How many Wakandans are out there as part of the diaspora? None. None? Even my voice arches in skepticism. None of our people were ever enslaved. I wonder what Killmonger would have to say about that. I'm so sorry, my king. I chose my words poorly. So that piece of dialogue is from Tales of Wakanda, and that was from the first story called Kindred Spirits by Maurice Broaddus. That dialogue was between Queen Divine Justice and T'Challa. For those of you who don't know, Queen Divine Justice, her birth name is Sa'othna Asira Davin. And she was born in Chicago, though she is of Jabari royalty. She didn't know this. So her being raised in Chicago and then coming back to Wakanda to be trained as a Dora Milaje, there was a lot of culture shock that went on when she, saw this wonderful kingdom. And I think that's a really great place to start. What's it like for an American who's grown up in America and very rough side of America to come to a place like Wakanda? Like, what are the types of arguments or things they might think? So like I said, Queen, she is not afraid to speak her mind, like in any capacity whatsoever. She tries to know her place while she's speaking to the king of Wakanda. But the special thing is that he allows it. And even when she brings up this very critical point that a lot of people who were new to Wakanda brought up, especially after seeing the first movie, where was their involvement? Where were they when black people were being taken out of Africa, put in the chains, going through everything they went through? Where were they? I don't want to give all of it away, but I do want to read one more part where T'Challa not just allowed, but he gave space to a young black woman, to a young person of Wakanda to speak freely. Basically, this big developer from China is trying to set up shop in Uganda, which is a neighboring country to Wakanda. They don't have the best relationship. They basically sell themselves out for whoever has the biggest dollar. In this case, it would be China. So Jiang, the developer, says, "We're building a $1.7 billion hydropower dam in Uganda." He brings up this big old projection that has a tourist park, residential area, industrial zones, commercial zones, tech parks, art districts. And he's saying that we want to turn the city into a high-tech hub, one of the largest cities with the largest port. It's all about responsible investment. Queen Divine Justice says, responsible foreign investment is an oxymoron. At the sudden silence, I glance around. Everyone shifts towards me. I had accidentally used my outside voice. "Go on," T'Challa says. "When I first read the proposal, it looked generous," I begin, hiding the quiver of my uncertainty in my voice. "The deals and loans weren't profitable for China's Commercial Holdings International Bank." "Why do we listen to the naive prattling of a child?" Jiang's umbrage sears as a visible scar of a sneer across his face. "The way you talk to your youngest of our citizens is emblematic of how you see all of us. This child is a valued member of my inner circle. The children of Wakanda are trained as leaders and from the time they can speak and are free to share their thoughts." T'Challa nods for me to continue. And then after that, Asira, she just tears down everything the investor, the developer was saying. So again, that was just a really great example of how T'Challa and how Wakandans look at their youth, allowing them to be in conversations with developers, because if you're developing something, there's absolutely a long-term plan associated with it. So to have youth involved really means that they're paying attention. So this is from Black Panther Tales of Wakanda. Kindred Spirits is the name of the story by Maurice Broaddus. Definitely check it out. I have more for you on the next Tales of Wakanda coverage.